One is supposed to get rid of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and finally taking refuge, taking shelter in one. So I hope you remember. If you don't remember, no problem. Then now let us look at the next verse, because I am thinking now every day minimum 3 to 4 verses to continue, so that we will complete the text. Enough of stretching. Deho nahamaham dehi deha sakshiti nischayat janma mrityu prayunoso iti vedanta dindimaha. So while discussing this, so there is some type of natural tendency may happen. So what is that natural tendency? That the person may end up in negation. I am not this, I am not that. So in the process, the person becomes critical of one's own self. You can look at the psychological aspect. Same thing also happens spiritually, or when the person is exposed to the teaching not systematically. For example, especially if you listen to all these inspiring talks, influential people, when they talk, well, like, at a young age somebody achieves something, and that boy or girl, whatever, starts talking. Inevitably you will listen to them. That I listened to everybody, I lost. Then I thought of living for myself. That is the thread in everybody's speech. That is what I feel that they copy it. Either really they copy it or they copy the lifestyle. Either are okay, whatever it may be. Means that when others start saying that do this, don't do that, don't do that, starting from parents and everybody, so the person becomes rebellious, doesn't want to do anything, all these things are wrong. Now let me live for myself. Good. But what is that myself? So without knowing what is that myself, the person tries to live for one's own self. You understand? At least he or she was trying for living for others. That's something sense. Okay? Whereas without knowing for one's own self, when the person starts living, that means what? Again nothing but the shadow of others. Can you see this point? So what is you? Who are you? A psychological being. If you look at yourself psychologically, who are you? You are not anybody or anything but a shadow of somebody and something. Be clear in this aspect. Or else it's a disaster. Life will be very, very funny. That is what people don't understand. So then what happens is, then you try to live for yourself. Means living for your shadow. Or living not for your shadow. Somebody's shadow, okay? At least live for somebody. Don't live for somebody's shadow. If you live for somebody, at least that person will have sympathy and empathy. Whereas when you live for somebody's shadow, only you will, you will be object of somebody's pity, nothing else. So that's why how this can happen psychologically. Also here same thing may happen. That when one starts negating, I am not this, I am not that, I am not that, then finally you come to the mode of negation. So when a person comes to the mode of negation continuously, definitely that is not healthy either. In fact, that person is critical of one's own self, critical of others, critical of situation, anybody and everybody. So to balance that, now who am I? That's what is being highlighted here. That prano naham devaha. Deho naham dehi deha sakshiti nischayat. My voice is gone today. So throat It's gone. I don't know what is happening because of cold, maybe. Whatever. Aham deha na iti. So I am not the body. Okay, I understand now. But who am I? He says, aham dehi iti. So I am the indweller of the body. So after negation comes acceptance, the reality. Suppose if we keep negating for the sake of negation, that is not healthy. See, because whenever I negate for the sake of negation, that means I am running away, I am escaping, or there is some type of unresolved issue. That's why I am negating for the sake of negation. So here I negate to accept. Like, sometimes we say this, agreeing to agree, disagreeing to agree, disagreeing to disagree, all these words we play, okay? Agree and disagree. So you disagree with somebody to agree with the person. Means you disagree with the concept, but you agree with the person. That is healthy. Whereas if you disagree to disagree, that means it is just your ego. But if you look at our life, most of the time, we disagree to disagree. And some people, agree to disagree. Yeah, means, they want to escape, they want to, nicely wash their hand. However, coming to the point here, so, dehi ahamiti, I am the indweller of the body. That means body, mind, complex functions for me. And not only that, deha saksihi iti. So, I am the person who witnessed the body and the movement, the development of body. Iti nischayat asau janma mrityu prahinaha. So that means that person will be janma mrityu prahinaha, will be liberated, will be free from the cycle of birth and death. And who is that person? Iti nischayat asau. The one who has this clear understanding. Nischaya buddhi. Nischaya, because of, that's the right language, because of the clear understanding of this one. What is that? Aham na deha iti. I am not body, but I am the indweller of the body. And moreover, I witness the body and its functioning, movement and everything. And the more I am aware of it, body goes through changes. Body has a problem. Body brings success. Body brings elation. Body brings pain, difficulties. I just keep witnessing, and it is a process. Let something happen, okay? I just witness. Okay, sometimes I get carried away. Sometimes, don't do that. Then come back. So continuously, while functioning, while watching, while moving with the body, or while associating with the body, let me be aware of it. Let me be a witness who witnesses anything that is happening in me. Read the next. Prano nahamaham devah pranasaksiti nischayat kshut pipasopasanti rasyat iti vedanta dindimaha. Something iti vedanta dindimaha. This is beautiful. Prana aham na pranaha iti. So I am not prana. Because these people are crazy for this energy. And yoga means energy is very, very a crucial point. If you tell, yoga, nobody will join. re-engineering energy, rebalancing energy. Everything you have to do okay? Reconfusing the confusion. You understand? I'm not telling you jokes. People will love to listen to it, and only confused fellows, okay? Wow, what is this? Because it's very simple. As long as you talk some nonsense, which will not have any sense for them, not nonsense, okay? As long as you talk some nonsense, which will not have any sense for them, you will discover you will have a great crowd. The moment you talk something which creates some sense in them, you lose them. And this crowd is a very weak crowd for your kind information. And you know, this is what I have said. I'm sorry, little bit diverting and come back. From my teenager time onwards, to be very honest, I tried to study Savitri, written by Aurobindo, okay? And that time I studied in Odia language. To be very honest, I didn't understand head or tail out of it. Then I thought maybe my Oriya language is not that good, okay? Then next conclusion I came, because I was smart. No, my language is good. Maybe the one who has translated has done wrongly. So he was not confused. Let me read at least original. I am not telling you jokes. I tried to read original, means English. You may believe it or not. Nowadays I have given up long back, okay? I tried many times holding the dictionary, because such a great work, to be very honest. If you want to learn English words, vocabulary, you must read that. The words that he has used, amazing words, okay? The worst part is to understand a statement, one sentence is very difficult. Somehow if you are talented, if you understand one sentence, another sentence you need dictionary. Suppose you are really talented, if you understand one paragraph, to understand next paragraph you need dictionary. So without a dictionary, you cannot complete a chapter. Now when you look at the dictionary, what you will understand? And they will say proudly, where Bhagavad Gita ends, from there Savitri starts. Let us not get into it. Because the concept here is, I am not disrespecting anybody. So he was a great person, no doubt in it. But what point here is, that where you create or you talk some nonsense or write some nonsense, which will not have any sense for other people, you challenge their ego, you challenge their, intellect, then they start following you. That's why there are two types of followers. One is intellectual nuts, other one is emotional nuts. There is no third category at all. Very difficult. Anyway, so here is being highlighted. Prano naham, because of energy I went, okay? So prana is connected to this emotional aspect. That's why in yoga field, most of them are emotional. So that's why prano naham iti. Now aham prana. And who is that? Who is me? Prana saksihi iti. So I am someone who witnesses my prana, what is happening, my low energy, up energy, all this energy aspect, the vital energy. I am witnessing, I am the witness. And also I am devaha. Dvaitanatmaka means self-shining atma here. Iti nischayat. So when the person has this understanding, clear vision, because of this thing, kshut pipasa upasanti hi sat. So the person will be free from, not free from kshut and pipasa, not free from hunger and thirst, but will be free from affliction of hunger and thirst. So there is a two step. One is because the hunger and thirst belongs to body. But urge to eat, urge to drink does not belong to the body. It belongs to mind. Can you see this point? Urge to eat, urge to drink, that urge. So that urge belongs to mind. Now when the person understands here, Shuddh Pipasa is related to prana. When prana is weak, you will not feel like eating. When prana is high, you will be able to eat more. That's why the example of this Agastya Rishi comes. Atapi Vatapi story you know. Atapi Jirno Bhava. So the Atapi got digested in the body. So people will say, how come a Swami, that to Agastya Rishi, ate human flesh? They don't understand the concept why this is all about it. It is all about the prana aspect. So when the prana is strong in a person, can digest anything and everything. That's why in the field of yoga, we make sure, or in the Siddha tradition, we make sure that prana should be stronger and maintain the prana. It is like a fire. Either fire has to be lit, or like how they make the charcoal before that, when this continuous keeps burning charcoal, that sort of fire should be there. Then only the person is strong mentally, physically, and also the person will be contribute. That's why we make it very clear. Unless the person has got stronger prana, person cannot contribute. Try. To contribute something, you need to have prana. If you don't have prana, morning you get up with pain. While talking, every time pain, there is no, that smiling, that charming is nothing is there. Always a complaining mind. Always, that means you drain others' energy. And sometimes you are very energetic. And how are you are energetic? Because of your likes and dislikes. That is not prana, okay? Remember, that is called, even if a drunkard fellow, when he sees the bottle from a distance, becomes very happy. You understand? Even if you show the photo of that, wow, will become happy. That's not the point here. Maintaining the prana. So that's why prana sakshi deva iti. That's why when the person really understands, I am the witnessing prana. So that you don't allow or you don't get carried away with the prana. Whenever prana falls down, you uplift. And when you start uplifting and maintaining your prana, and of course there are tricks and techniques, many other things, then what happens? The urge to eat, urge to drink will go away. So that is what is being said, that freedom from the affliction of hunger and thirst. There will be difficulties when you are hungry. That's why when people decide to give up body, especially in Jain tradition, they do it. When they want to give up the body, what they do is, they will not eat, completely stop eating. And slowly, body becomes thinner, 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 then of course, falls down. So how it happens? Same thing also. Witnessing. This is the process of witnessing. Okay, good. And let us read the next verse. Mano nahamaham deva manasakshiti nischayat Sokamoha nistyat iti Vedanta dindimaha. So again goes one step ahead. Aham na manaha, aham manasaksheti iti nischayat sokamohapahani. This is the point to be understood. Same thing also. I am not mind. I am the witnessing mind, witness of the mind. And who is that Deva? Self-signing self. Iti nischayat. By this understanding, what will happen? This is the point. Shoka moha upahani. So, elimination of sorrow and delusion. So that means sorrow and delusion does not belong to me, it belongs to mana. This is the clue to understand. Shoka, moha, or sorrow and delusion they do not belong to me, but they belong to mana, mind. So the more I watch my mind, the more I will be free from sorrow and delusion. So if there is sorrow in me, if there is illusion in me, that means I am getting carried away with my mind. Unless and until I am carried away with my mind, this delusion and sorrow will not continue in my life. Next. Buddhinahamam deva buddhisakshiti nischayat kartubhava nivrittishyat iti Vedanta dindimaha. Say, look, aham na buddhi, in the same process. So I am not the intellect, the decision-making faculty. Then who am I? Aham devaha buddhisakshi. Same thing. I am the witness of the intellect. Self-signing Atma, the self. Iti nischayat. Because of this clear understanding. Thus what happens? Kartubhava nivritti. This is a beautiful point to look at. Kartubhava nivritti. The elimination of the sense of doership takes place. Can you see this point? Because we all work how to get rid of this sense of doership. This ahankara, you understand? Because ahankara is here. And as long as this aham buddhi, I am deciding. Like I started all these inspirational talks that they give. Really, they try to uplift them from one kosha to another kosha. Finally, what happens? In Vijnanamaya kosha, they are stuck. I hope you remember all these teachings, okay? In Vijnanamaya kosha, which is called buddhi, they are stuck. And finally, they leave for others' shadow, thinking that they are deciding, thinking that that is their life. That's why it is sometimes better to listen to somebody than listening to somebody's shadow, somebody's prakshi. Generally, in India, we have this concept, very funny concept, okay? I don't know why and how it happens. Like, let us say member of parliament. So member of parliament means we have, like, for you people, you know, lower assembly, higher assembly. Not upper house, lower house. Okay, that is another one. Generally, a member of parliament will have very big area. So he cannot represent in everywhere. So he will keep a proxy representative in a block, in a sometimes district. So all his followers. So they will be proxy. And officially, they will sign also. On behalf of member of parliament, that fellow will sign. Any meeting, that fellow will be intimated, not the member of parliament. And I have noticed very clearly and carefully, always the proxy makes mess. Proxy behaves that I am the member of parliament. Without knowing what is the power, position, difficulties or maturity a member of parliament should have. You understand? Everywhere. This is my personal experience. Now, how it happens? Same thing also. Working for praksi. You understand? Your buddhi is what? Praksi of someone or not? Be honest. Your decision making, whatever you have decided, is it your thinking? It is somebody's thinking which was convenient at a given point to you. You understand? And it has gone to your subconscious mind, coupled with many things. Your sense of insecurity, sense of promise, sense of future, name, fame, put together, coupled with many things. And that becomes your decision-making faculty. And you say you decide. And that's why you people keep changing their decisions. You understand? So every few years you keep changing your decisions. This is a new trend now, okay? So when you keep changing decisions, what does it mean? So you are tired of being this praksi, now you want to be somebody's praksi. But I need change. Swamiji, do you understand? Swami, you understand? Do you understand? I'm tired of me. So that's why here is being said, Kartu bhava will go away. The sense of doership will go away. It will falsify. You will never take a credit or hold on to your decision-making faculty. That's why, to be very, very honest, I am learning. I am also in the process of learning, and I keep learning, especially with reference to work. I shout, not to anything, just to minimize the damage, thinking that I am minimizing, but in reality I don't minimize. But at least by shouting or scolding, I don't increase. This much I can assure. But I don't minimize. I am very clear. I don't, by shouting, we don't allow them to increase the damage. But don't think that you are minimizing the damage. That is a wrong concept. Yes, not allowing increasing to the damage, that itself is minimizing. You understand? This is the truth, this is the reality. I am learning. That's why, I shout, then after 2 seconds, okay, chalo. At least let them know that, okay, this is what is happening. How and why? Because not holding on to my decision-making faculty. Can you see this point? Once upon a time I was, with this I'll stop it. This is what I am seeing my growth. What I decide, that's all final. I don't listen to anybody. That's all. I have decided. I know, and sometimes earlier I have a vision with somehow I was blessed or I am blessed. I can make out what is going to happen. In spite of that, I used to hold. Now, I don't bother if I know this is going to happen. Let it happen. How does it matter to me? I did my job. Let them do their job. I did the job for me. Let it happen. Whatever happens. So, not allowing to get strongly associated or dependent upon the decision-making faculty. Can you see this point? This is called growth. Swamiji, that's why I don't decide anything. Hey, you are a spineless fellow, okay? I don't want this sort of people either, okay? Slowly grow. Then only you will see, which will see finally tomorrow. Also, I am not ajnanam. That when you understand, all sort of anarthas, all sort of misfortunes will be eliminated. How and why we will see tomorrow. Please close your eyes. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.